Welcome to the Animated Maths for All Series 2. Let's learn, grow, and excel in mathematics together. Hi Monko, I'm excited to go to math lessons with you. Hi all, should we go through a few questions on volume calculations? Here is our question. Calculate the volume of liquid a conical container holds when filled to the brim. It has a vertical height of 105 centimeters and a base radius of 70 centimeters. We will use CEPI as 22/7. Do your first step. Identify the shape and formula. Remember the 5 steps to solving geometric problems. The shape is a cone. What is the formula for the volume of a cone? The formula for the volume of a cone is V equals 1/3 pi r squared h, where r is the radius and h is the vertical height. Do the sketch. The first step is to substitute the values into the formula. Using pi as 22/7 is helpful because 70 and 105 are multiples of 7. The formula becomes V equals 1/3 times 22/7 times 70 squared times 105. Let's perform the calculation in steps. What should we do first? Square the radius. The calculation for the square of the radius is 70 by 70. What is the result? 70 multiplied by 70 equals 4,900 square centimeters. Now multiply the height with this. The next step is to multiply 4,900 by the vertical height, which is 105 centimeters. What is the product? 4,900 multiplied by 105 equals 514,500. Now let's multiply by 22/7. We have 22/7 multiplied by 514,500. What is the next step to simplify the calculation? First, divide 514,500 by 7. What is the result of 514,500 divided by 7? 514,500 divided by 7 equals 73,500. Then, multiply by 22. What is 73,500 multiplied by 22? The product of 73,522 is 1,617,000. Now, what's the last step for the volume of a cone? Finally, multiply by 1/3 or divide by 3. What is the final volume of the cone in cubic centimeters? The volume is 539,000 cubic centimeters. That was a big one. We did it. Let's try one more question to solidify our knowledge. An industrial chimney has a conical cap at the top. The cap has a diameter of 1.2 meters and a slant height of 1 meter. Find the volume of the space inside the cap. Round off your answer to 2 decimal places. Do the sketch of the cone with the given values. Remember the formula for the volume of a cone is V equals 1/3 pi r squared h. We need the vertical height, h, which is missing. The slant height, L, is 1 meter. And the radius, r, is 0.6 meters. How can we find h? We can use Pythagoras theorem, r squared plus h squared equals L squared. Substitute the known values. 0.6 squared plus h squared equals 1 to the power of 2. First, calculate the square of the radius and the square of the slant height. 0.6 squared is 0.36, and 1 squared is 1. The equation is now 0.36 plus h squared equals 1. What is the value of h squared? H squared equals 1 minus 0.36, which is 0.64. Find the square root of 0.64 to get the height, h. The height, h, is 0.8 meters. Now that we have all the values, let's use the volume formula. Substitute the values into the formula. V equals 1/3 pi r squared h. Use pi as 3.14. The substitution gives V equals 1/3 times 3.14 times 0.6 squared times 0.8. Start by squaring the radius. 0.6 squared is 0.36. Next, multiply the squared radius by the height. 0.36 multiplied by 0.8. 0.36 multiplied by 0.8 equals 0.288. Now, multiply this result by pi. 3.14 multiplied by 0.288. 3.14 multiplied by 0.288 equals 0.90432. What is the final step for the volume? Divide the result by 3. So volume is 0.30 cubic meter. Thank you for watching Animated Maths for All. Waiting to meet in another session with Monko.